The Forgotten Holocaust, China's World War II agony. History tells us the Second World War was won in the mud of Russia and on the beaches of Normandy. We know the Soviet Union paid the ultimate price, 20 to 30 million lives. But there is a silence in our history books, a gap in our collective memory. When German tanks rolled into Poland in September 1939, the world gasped. But in the East, the Chinese simply shrugged. They had already been fighting for their lives for 2 years. China paid the second highest price in human history. At least 10 million dead. Some experts say 20, perhaps 30. Statistics are an abstraction, a way to make the unthinkable manageable. When we speak of the 6 million victims of the Holocaust, we do so to grasp the magnitude of the tragedy. But in China, the tragedy was a continent-sized chaos. For 8 years, across a land as vast as Europe, 1 billion people were caught in a meat grinder of empires, warlords, and ideologies. Documentation was burned, archives lost, and the truth buried in the soil. The occupation wasn't just warfare, it was medieval brutality powered by industrial technology. The Rape of Nanking is the name we remember, but it was just one chapter in a book of horrors. There were massacres, mass rapes, summary executions. And then, there was the invisible death. The infamous Unit 731, human laboratories where innocent people became logs, subjects for biological weapons. Bubonic plague, anthrax, typhoid. They were sprayed with mustard gas and phosgene. Even today, 80 years later, Chinese farmers still find buried chemical shells that leak poison into the earth. For those who weren't killed outright, life was a slow death. 8 million were forced into slavery. Their life expectancy, just 16 months. Tens of thousands of women were forced into comfort stations, military brothels that were nothing more than state-sponsored rape camps. Up to 90 million people became refugees. It was the largest mass migration in human history, followed by a trail of famine and disease that claimed millions more. China's losses were equal to the total deaths of Germany and Japan combined. Why is the story so often left in the margins? Perhaps because the numbers are too big to hold. But numbers don't suffer. People do. They were individuals. They were gassed, experimented on, and worked to death. It is time we remember the 10 million forgotten ghosts.